side, along with our legislators. I would ask our legislators and attendees, if you're not speaking, please push the mute button on your device. I think we get feedback from somebody. If you're not speaking, please put the I want to welcome our live viewers to a very important bill signing. The first bill we have extends expiring tax checkoffs. These are the donations to charity that hopefully many of you have done when you pay your taxes. It's like the American Red Cross, Habitat for Humanity, Special Olympics, and the Pet Overpopulation Fund, a cause very near and dear to the first gentleman and myself. Many of these bring in tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars for these nonprofits. It's really important, and this extends them. I want to thank Representative Cutter, Representative Duran, Senator Story, and Senator Coram for their important work. And we'll begin with Representative Cutter.
Thank you so much, Polis. So the demand for these services, all the great organizations you just outlined, the demand for these services hasn't gone away, and in many cases, it might have gone up because of the demands of COVID and the way they've had to shift to the way they do things. So as a legislator, you just look for things that really make a tangible impact, and I know this bill is going to make a very tangible impact on some important communities that really need our support and assistance, and so I'm grateful to be able to sponsor this bill. Thank you.
And thank you, Representative Duran.
Oh, thank you, Governor Polis. You know, every year, countless of Coloradans make a decision, right, to do that checkoff box on their tax returns, and that's extremely important. And with you signing this bill into law today, it guarantees that these gifts will continue for years to come. Two really important ones on here. They're all important, but two that are really near and dear to my heart are our domestic abuse checkoff box, and also you mentioned our Pet Overpopulation Fund. So these missions are important, and so grateful and honored to be on this bill with my other sponsors, and thank you for signing this into law today.
Thank you. Senator Story.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you, Governor, for providing this opportunity to do this virtual signing on this really important bill. As you mentioned, a number of organizations appreciate the opportunity to receive donations through our state income tax returns, and they certainly receive a significant chunk of funding from people who are very generous at time of year when they're filing their returns. So American Red Cross of Colorado, Colorado Domestic Abuse Program Fund, the Habitat for Humanity of Colorado, Pet Overpopulation Fund, and the Special Olympics Colorado Fund. And certainly these entities have had a strong presence in Colorado and have provided great support for Coloradans in the various entities and the way they provide support. So I appreciate the opportunity to extend the opportunities for these folks to continue to receive donations and provide the great work that they do for us. So thanks again.
Great. With that, we'll sign it. I'll put this down here so people can see. And it's officially the law of Colorado. Congratulations. And we're excited for these charities as well. The next bill is apprenticeship exam and upping the bar on our apprenticeships. I want to thank Representative Sullivan and Senator Danielson for this bill. This really helps with our electrician and plumber shortage, uplifts apprenticeships, and it helps make sure that apprenticeships are tied into opportunities for career advancement. So I want to thank Senator Danielson, Representative Sullivan, the IBEW, Plumbers Local 3, and many others who worked hard on this bill. And we'll begin with Senator Danielson.
Thank you so much, Governor Polis. Thanks to everybody on the call today. It's great to see you. This bill is really aimed at solving the problem of people being trapped in apprenticeships far too long and unable to advance to journeyman status to earn the pay that they already deserve. And so in an effort to unclog the system, get people the pay that they deserve for the hard work they're already doing, we present Senate Bill 120, helping workers complete apprenticeships. So not only will it help fill these critical positions that we need filled right now, providing better pay for the jobs that basically they're already doing and the pay they deserve, but it also frees up the apprenticeships so the pipeline keeps moving, bringing Coloradans into good paying jobs that they hopefully enjoy their career-long span. And so I want to thank the IBW Local 68, the IBW Local 111, Plumbers Local 3, the AFL-CIO, the NECA chapter here in Colorado for the contractors' support for this measure, because without you in the community, we wouldn't have been able to get this done. Thank you to my colleagues in the House and Senate, especially Representative Sullivan for your hard work down the hall, and Governor Polis for your support in the measure.
Thank you. Representative Sullivan.
Thank you, Governor, and thank you, everybody, for being here today. It's such an honor to be on a bill like this, representing my brothers and sisters in organized labor. With the apprenticeship program, as we all know, right now the ratio is supposed to be 3 apprentices to every 1 journeyman. We heard stories during testimony about companies that had 120 apprentices. That would mean that they should have 40 journeymen, and they had less than 15. So something is wrong there, and a bill like this will help correct that, to move people along in their careers and allow them to further their the things that they can provide for their families and for the rest of the communities. So thanks to everybody who supported us through this, for all of your hard work, and thank you, Governor, for signing this into law today for us.
Thank you. Now, Jeremy Ross from IBEW.
Thank you, Governor. I would like to thank you and your staff, as well as Senator Danielson. Oh, did I come off? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. As well as Senator Danielson and Representative Sullivan. We definitely, alongside the plumbers, have an issue in our industry where we are a licensed trade, and the number of apprentices that are held back by their contractors due to lack of reporting and so many other issues is a big one for our industry. So this is a big step in the right direction, and I appreciate all of you taking this on, and Governor, for signing it into law today. Thank you.
Thank you. And another important ally in this effort, Sean Wyatt from Plumbers Local 3.
Thank you very much, Governor. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here today. So as Governor said, I'm Sean Wyatt, business manager at Plumbers Local 3. We helped develop Senate Bill 120 because we just saw a staggering number of plumbing apprentices in Colorado that were not moving towards their professional license. So this new law will address 2 major issues that both Jeremy and myself are seeing in the industry. It'll hold all contractors accountable by requiring that on-the-job training hours are reported to DORA on an annual basis, which doesn't happen right now. This will ensure that the bad actors do not withhold the reporting of hours and take advantage of these apprentices. Secondly, this new law will require that apprentices must periodically challenge the license exam and work towards the goal of holding a state license. Over time, we believe this will add thousands of licensed, skilled tradespeople to the industry and prevent employers from purposefully keeping their employees stuck in lower wage positions. So thank you very much, Governor Polis. Thank you, Senator Danielson, Representative Sullivan. Appreciate your support, helping clean up our industry, promoting apprenticeships and professional licensing in Colorado.
Thanks, Sean. Let's make it the law of Colorado. Congratulations, it's now official. The next bill has to do with community corrections requirements. I want to thank Representative Michelson-Janae, Representative Soper, Senator Zenzinger, and Senator Gardner for their work on this bill. It closes loopholes that make sure that we make sure that anybody who's placed in a halfway house has undergone treatment if they are a sex offender and is not a threat to the community. So that's an important loophole for our peace of mind to help keep people safe. And I want to thank the sponsors, and we'll turn it over to Senator Zenzinger.
Well, thank you so much, Governor. And thank you to everybody who is joining us today.
So as the governor just said, unlike the conditions for people with indeterminate sentences to be granted parole, there was actually no statutory requirement for these individuals to even participate in treatment before being transferred to community corrections. We all know that community corrections is a great place for people to rehabilitate, to reintegrate back into society, but it's not equivalent to being incarcerated or in a prison facility, and it was never intended to be. Community corrections really helps facilitates and offers up programs that are designed to provide a stable environment for folks that helps them be held accountable for the harm that they've caused, but then also transition back into the community in a safe and healthy manner, which is really the goal. So with this bill, we're able to offer up community corrections as an opportunity for sex offenders, but conditioning it on the principle that we definitely want them to be able to seek treatment and to be working towards treatment. And then this would be a healthy solution for everybody. I want to thank in particular the Colorado District Attorney's Council for all of their guidance and input on this bill. And I do know that we have Amanda Gall with us today to be able to talk a little bit about this bill from their perspective.
And thank you. Before we get to Amanda, I think our other lead sponsor, Representative Soper, wants to speak to this important bipartisan bill, and then we'll get to Amanda. Representative Soper?
Thank you, Governor. Hopefully you can hear me all right. I just wanted to thank my co-prime sponsors for being involved with this, particularly Senator Zenzinger. She certainly did a lot of the legwork along with the Colorado District Attorney's Council. I just had to shepherd it through the House with their good work. When the bill came to me, I was certainly stunned to know that since 2002, 57% of all sexual offenders had actually gone back out into the community without their sexual offender treatment. And that was just shocking to me. And this is something that I'm really glad we're able to solve here in this bill. And thank you very much for signing it. And you look better on the Western Slope. Well, thank you.
Yeah. It was good to see you yesterday, Matt, in Grand Junction. Amanda Gall, as Senator Zenzinger mentioned, is an advocate and helped really put together this bill. And I'd love to turn it over to Amanda.
Thank you very much, Governor Polis. As stated, my name is Amanda Gall. I am the sexual assault prosecutor for the Colorado District Attorney's Council. We represent the 22 elected district attorneys in the state, and this was priority legislation for each of the 22 unanimously. We are very much in favor of intervening and treating folks when we can to get them transitioned safely back into the community while protecting community safety. And this bill is a huge step forward toward a safer and healthier Colorado for everyone. This bill targets only those offenders who prey primarily on children with very serious sex offenses, and getting those folks rehabilitated and back into the community safety benefits them, and it benefits everyone else as well. So thank you, Governor Polis, for signing this bill. A huge thanks to our bill sponsors, Senator Zenzinger, Representative Soper, Senator Gardner, and Representative Michaelson-Janae. Thank you very much. We very much appreciate it.
Thank you. Without further ado, let's make it the law of Colorado. Thank you, Amanda. It's official. It's now the law of Colorado. Congratulations. The next bill is county loans for public infrastructure. I want to thank Representative Gray, Senator Foote for their important work on this bill. We know that despite record investments in transportation by the General Assembly, we have a long backlog, and that means we need to be creative because we all deeply care about traffic and public infrastructure and what we can do. This bill allows counties to make loans to governmental entities so that they can complete infrastructure projects. That allows some neighborhood associations, special districts, and others that might be around to actually pave roads and create trails and do the work to benefit their residents and get them access to low-cost capital. So I want to thank Representative Gray and Senator Foote, and we'll turn it over to Representative Gray.
Thank you very much, Governor, and again, thank you for signing the bill. Thanks to Senator Foote for letting me join this project. This isn't the big solution to transportation funding that I was hoping we were going to be bringing forward this year, but as everybody knows, just about all of our plans got derailed for this year. But as the governor said, this is time for creativity. This is the time for looking for solutions in places where we might not have before, because we just don't have the resources to do everything that we want to do. And so I think this is a really creative way to let one local government help another local government to get the resources that we do have invested in the best possible places. And so I'm very excited to see it become law. Thank you.
Thanks. And Matt, you remember the floods of 2013. I can't help but thinking this bill would have been useful if that had been in place after that, because there were a lot of mountain communities that had roads that were maintained by their neighborhood associations. And this would provided yet another tool where counties could have provided low-cost capital. So, the 20 or 30 homes that lost their road might be able to get that repaired in a way that was more efficient and quicker. So I think it prepares us for the next disaster as well. Here we go.
Senator Foote, where is he going? Oh, he's right there.
Oh, is Senator Foote with us?
He's over there.
Is he here, Senator Foote?
I'm here.
I'm sorry, Senator. I already explained it. It's too late. It's already the law of Colorado. Go ahead.
I'll try not to talk you out of it, Governor. But for such a bill, actually, I was just going to mention what you talked about the disaster recovery, part of what we talked about. And I want to thank Boulder County Treasurer Paul Weissman, who I don't know if he's on this call or not, but he was instrumental in putting together this language. And I think the counties are going to take advantage of it. Some will. And I think when others see how well it works, then I think that they'll come on board as well. There was a little bit of last minute resistance to the bill, unfortunately, but it still got through. And obviously you still sign it. So it's now it's law. And we really appreciate that and hope the counties will take advantage of it in the years to come.
And that's an important thing to point out, Senator Foote, is it gives counties a tool in their toolkit. They don't have to do anything if they don't want to, but it enables them to make loans to other government entities in their area. So I think it's a great tool. I think many counties are going to be eager to use this and could also use it in disaster recovery. So thank you for helping to make this tool available to counties. And if Paul's watching, Paul, thanks for your help on this bill as well. The final bill we have is the Working Group on School Safety, a very important bipartisan bill. This one actually passed the legislature unanimously. That's occurs sometimes, but it shows the importance that both Democrats and Republicans put on this. And I want to thank Representative Michelson-Janae, Representative Van Winkle, Senator Gardner, and Senator Gonzalez. Colorado, as you know, has had a lot of pain and agony around school shootings, and we were reminded of that last year with the tragic loss of Kendra Castillo. And we all know, whatever our party or ideology is, that Colorado, of course, should do a better job keeping our kids safe when they walk through the schoolhouse door. And while there's some things that we disagree on how to do that, there's other things that we agree on. And this bill is a step in the right direction. It creates an interagency working group to break down bureaucratic barriers to keeping schools safe and helps make sure that we are better prepared to respond and prevent school shootings here in Colorado. This interagency working group, in addition to a number of other efforts, including behavioral health, will help us address the challenge of school safety and really ensure that we have a learning environment that's safe for all kids in our state. With that, we'll go to Representative Michelson-Janae. Daphna?
So much, Mr. Governor, and what an exciting moment it is to sign this bill. There were moments post-COVID that we thought that school safety from the perspectives that we have been researching for so many years might have to go to the side for school health and safety as far as COVID-19 is concerned. Representative Van Winkle gets credit for pushing forward and saying, no, we can still do this. And it is a bill that really seeks to maximize the money that is already in the state. So we had an awesome audit done of our school safety dollars, and we saw that we had some areas of duplication and where money might be able to be stretched or better spent, or where we had departments who weren't communicating clearly enough with each other. This bill seeks to solve that problem, stretch the dollars, and make our schools, our teachers, our students, and our communities safer. Thank you for signing it, sir.
Thank you. And I believe we have Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you so much, Governor, and to all of the people who came and testified at the School Safety Interim Committee last summer. this, your perspectives are what led to this policy being put forward and now today being signed into law. It was really your expertise as community, as parents, as students, as educators, as law enforcement responding to these incidents, and to our auditors as well, who demonstrated that we have so much amazing work that is already happening here. And let's get the politicians out of the way and allow the experts to do what they do best by continuing their work through this working group to stretch the dollars and to ensure that our schools are safer. And so thank you, Governor, for signing this into law. And thank you to Senator Gardner and to our House colleagues, Representative Michelson-Janae and Representative Van Winkle. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it.
Well, let's make it official. It's now the law of Colorado. Congratulations. And thank you all for joining us for this virtual bill signing ceremony. We want to make sure that people who want to enjoy the celebration of these bills becoming law can do so in a safe way at home or outside on your porch, wherever you might be watching this. Thank you all for joining us. Due to the hard work, bipartisan work of the legislators today, we made Colorado an even better place. Thank you.